Just normally stories come with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is, cuz we are here. It's the Bottom of the Bottle Show, the Friday night live edition. I am your host, Carolina Dirt. I'm him.
Yeah, you fucking up.
I'm Jay Walking the third. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather be me than him. But that's Carolina Dirt, 803. What's going on with you, partner?
And shit, it is what it is. It's Friday night now.
Absolutely, absolutely. I got me a little bottle of libation, man. What you drinking over there?
Yeah, I already know. If you know me, y'all know whiskey ain't clear. I say that. It ain't clear.
No, whiskey always clear till they put that other shit in it. They put the wood to it.
All right. Well, that shit ain't in the stove.
Either way, it is not in the stove. We here for another rendition of the Bottom of the Bottle Show, man. We got a very special guest, man. He is producer extraordinaire, man. Local kid, came up good, made the right connections, out here making the world turn, working alongside of Jazzy Faye in his production. We'd like to welcome to the show Mr. Dempsey on the Beat. What's happening?
On the beat.
What's good, fellas?
Man, shit.
Another day in paradise, like we always say, man. We live for the weekend.
Yes, sir. Episode 100.
Episode 100.
I appreciate you saying that, man. Look, shout out to us
And
Dempsey on the Beat. For sure. 100 times we done this shit, cuz successfully. You know what I'm saying? Or semi-successfully as it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, I got my shot. I go here. I got my bottom of the bottle cup. I'm gonna take my shot to that.
Indeed. That's how you come in.
That's a good milestone.
So we gonna get right to it, man, like we always do about this time. I don't know if you ever seen this, Dempsey, but this is the first call, man. Look, it's 10 quick questions. I got 5. My brother got 5. Ain't no right or wrong answer. It's just how you feeling right this minute about the shit that we're talking about.
Tell them how you feel, son.
So we're gonna go Marvel versus DC first.
Mm-hmm.
What's your, if you fuck with the comic books and the movies and shit, you a Batman Superman dude or you a Wolverine Iron Man dude?
I grew up with the Marvel comics, man. I got to go with Marvel. Shout out to DC. They was the first, but Marvel was what I grew up with. X-Men, Iron Man, you know, all that good stuff. But I did just watch that new Batman. That's pretty fire, too. I don't know if y'all seen that. That new Batman pretty good, though.
No, I've been waiting to check it out. That'll probably be something I get to this weekend. My second question. Favorite car you ever owned? Car that got you in the most trouble?
Jeep Grand Cherokee, 98.
Okay. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
What color was it? I hope it wasn't that forest.
It was gray.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that forest green. That forest green, everybody had that forest green color.
Indeed.
That forest green, though, yeah. Shout out to that four-wheel drive and everything.
Oh, you had the real one. Favorite possession that you own that's not your computer, anything having to do with music. What's your favorite thing that you own that's not having to do with music?
Nothing to do with music. That's a good one. Probably this phone right here, the iPhone, man. That's it.
Man, you should say everything. Damn shades, boy. Them just cold blooded.
Them shit slip.
Yeah, I'm trying to graduate to the Versace soon.
Okay. That was 3. My 4th question: dead or alive? Cause you in a room, you sitting in one chair, it's 2 empty chairs. Who you want to talk to? Who you gonna put in them other 2 chairs?
You got me with a deep one now. Dang. Oh, definitely, I want to say Tupac for sure. That's
Okay.
one. And second, I don't know, Jay-Z.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
And my last one, it's always my question, man. We going back to the superhero shit. Any superpower of your choice, cuz invisibility, super speed, super strength, read minds, what you going with?
That's a good one. Y'all be coming with the heavy hitting questions. I don't know about reading minds. That might be a gift and a curse.
I say that all the time.
There you go. That's dope.
Man. I'm about to say the power of flight, man, you know?
Absolutely. Well, that's my 5, cuz. What you got for him, Carolina?
Just dip out.
All right. As a child, the Tonka dump truck or a big wheel?
I was a Tonka dump truck kid.
Yeah. I think them shit's worth a little bit of money now because they don't make them shits no more. All right. If you was an animal in the forest, what animal would you be?
A gorilla.
Okay.
You think you the first one to say gorilla? Think you the first one to say gorilla? All right. Are you in the music? Are you a strings person or a percussion?
Strings.
All right. Would you rather jump off a building or jump off a mountain?
Shit. What you mean?
My bad. I'm gonna hopefully jump off a mountain if there's some water in the
Hey, hey, that's what I'm saying. You never know what's at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
All right.
If there's some water, I'll take the mountain. I don't know about that building. But if I got the power of flight, I'm good.
Yeah, you got hey. You right about that. We gonna go with damn. All right. Diddy or Jermaine Dupri? You need one hit. Who you gonna get produced? Diddy or Jermaine Dupri? One hit.
Jermaine Dupri.
Dope. And I get this will be my last one. If you can walk across the stage again to graduate from high school, what would you do outrageous?
What would I do outrageous? I'll probably hook up the laptop to the auditorium. Play them Dempsey beats.
All right.
Where's that coming from?
Yeah, where the hell that coming from? Hey, that's first call to Dempsey.
All right.
First
man.
call.
Appreciate you, man. So we normally start out just with the off the wall, man. Have you been checking out? Are you a sports fan?
Yeah.
How you feel about this new football league or these new potential football leagues?
Like regarding what?
Just as far as being a consumer of the sport, how you feel about them? Are you gonna support them just for the sake of it being football? Because once the finals go off, because we dead for about 3 months.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm still support it, man. You know, I've been a Carolina Panthers fan since I got into football, so it's been up and down with them, but I'm still rocking with the Panthers.
As you should. Okay, I'm gonna say this shit, and it just go where I'm an Atlanta Falcon fan till it's over. I've been a Falcon fan since Deion had a Jerry curl. That's just what it is.
Word.
Okay. What was I? I'm drawing a whole goddamn blank. So let's start at the beginning, bro. Let's start at the beginning. You were a native of Charleston, South Carolina. How did you get into? What was your first musical endeavor? Like, what was the shit that turned you on to music and wanting to make music?
As a kid, my dad always had guitars lying around, so I would just, pick them up and diddle and strum on them things, and I kind of got a little nice with it. And then I grew up in the church, and they had needed a musician, so I taught myself how to play the piano, and that's really how I got my real start performing in front of others, is playing in church.
Oh, so what's considered your first love, the guitar or the piano?
It would have to be the guitar, but then the piano, I kind of moved onto the piano, and I still play guitar to this day, but I'm more in tune with the piano now.
You play them all? You play lead? You play bass?
Yeah, I play bass, lead, and keys. I play drums a little bit, but really I love the keys right now. That's my main thing. But you got to have an understanding of every instrument being a producer.
So what was the first? When you was in church and you said you played, did you conduct a whole, not a service, but a whole like session in church when they were singing in it? Like you produced the whole thing, or you was
minister of music?
Yeah, minister of music. I couldn't think of that. Nothing.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Not at first. I was studying under someone, but people come and go, and eventually a spot opened up for me, and then I became the minister of music for the church for several years. So that really taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about arrangements and things like that.
Favorite gospel song to perform or play?
Ooh, favorite gospel song? I don't really know if I have a favorite. I like, it depends on if I have a choir or if I have a smaller group. But I always do that more than anything. Lamar Campbell, I Love You, Jesus, more than anything.
Okay. See, I believe in you, brother. Like, I don't believe in musicians that didn't start in the church, man. I don't know how you tap into that soul if you didn't start in the church. You feel me? The greatest artists, the greatest musicians, they all have that Southern church background. Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to have that foundation, because and that's a crazy thing, because like in church, and people don't think about this. You got singers, and you got people trying to sing, and you got to put all of them together.
Okay.
Ooh,
so you got to have. Yeah, you got to have a sense of arrangements, but it's a different type of arrangement, because you can't tell the mother of church she can't sing a song. All you can do is help her, hit that note she need to hit. So you got singers, you got singers, you got people trying to sing that you got to put together and orchestrate.
And don't let it be Fourth Sunday Men's Choir.
Oh, I done been on that before.
We used to call it
the 100-Minute Black.
Yeah, hey, nah, it's the Jubilee Choir. When the youngest singer is 73 years old. That's when it gets tough.
Yeah, you ain't finna tell them nothing.
Yeah, Hey, so you ever had to? Matter of fact, since you was in that role, did you ever have to check somebody being in church, like what they singing?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah,
that's a tough position.
In a nice way, yeah.
The minister of music got a tough job, cause everybody pulling your ear for the solo. I got an idea, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I think we should play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, did you tune into the BBCC verses?
I didn't see that.
Oh man, it's on YouTube now, man. It was BB and CC versus Mary, and I'm not, bruh. It was super dope.
It was Sunday. This past Sunday.
Oh, I gotta check this out.
Yeah, just musically and appreciation for great singers. BB ain't what it used to be, but he's still holding. You know what I'm saying? But his sister, she's singing.
So what was the first song you did after getting out? Like when you decided you're gonna do this outside of church? What was your first song or first attempt?
You know, I was in school and I would bring my guitar to school and I would be playing at
Oh, you was the
lunchtime.
cool fella.
No, I was just sitting by myself, and then my people like pull up and they're like, "Yo, you play guitar, man? That's kind of dope. Hey, we rap." So I started playing, and then we just started like getting a little cipher going, and they're like, "Hey, you should make beats," you know.
Right.
So they after it was like come to my spot after school, and they showed me that FL Studio Fruity Loops, and I was gone ever since. Like that was a life-changing day.
So how you feel about Fruity Loops? Do you think that's a good way? Because I hear people, some people that make beats say they don't fuck with Fruit Loops because it's Fruit Loops, and then you got other people that rather do live instruments, and you got other people that rather use. So where do you rank Fruity Loops when it comes to changing the game of making beats?
Oh, number one for me, they definitely changed the game for a lot of people. It's always gonna be my go-to. Like, there's so many things that they're on 20 now, and when I started, I think they was on like 3 or something, you know.
Right.
So they're on version 20 point whatever at this point. I think it's 21 or something. I'm not even sure, but Fruity Loops, and then there's a lot of good dogs. I always recommend Ableton, Logic, and Pro Tools for mixing. FL Studio if you just starting out, you know, FL Studio.
Yeah, I had a partner. He used to make beats, and one day I was like, "Man, show me how to do that shit." So he loaded it on my computer, and he was like, "Man, you make a beat." Like he made this fire beat in like no lie, like 3 minutes, and he was like, "That's how you do it." And then he hit the delete button on my ass, like delete. Now you can start over by yourself. I was like, "Damn."
You gotta have your mind open to that shit. Like the thing about digital music, man, and it made leaps and bounds for a lot of people, is nobody can afford all these instruments. You know what I'm saying? And even if you can afford all the instruments, you know how long it take you to play lead on one, horns on another. You know what I'm saying? For you to actually get that live sound. So it gave the studio to the masses, and some people did all right with it, and some people made magic with that shit. Cause
Soldier Boy
ain't make no magic. Cause like I ain't gonna get
Crank that came from Fruity Loops. I'm just saying.
Crank that also could have came from a Casio 100. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he did it with the demo version of Fruity Loops. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, I don't knock his hustle.
Sure did.
Yeah, I don't knock his hustle. You know what I'm saying? But I just know that you could do a lot with Fruity Loops. And Soulja Boy wasn't one of them that did a lot with it. You know what I'm saying? So how much of your ability to teach yourself your instruments made Fruity Loops easy for you? You know what I'm saying?
It could hinder you, and it can also advance you. Like, you learn a music theory, so once you learn music theory, sometimes you can get stuck in that. And I think sometimes it's better to not like learn all the technical theories and stuff, because it's gonna, if you're being creative, you're gonna put notes that technically might be based on theory. It could be wrong, but there's really no wrong notes. It's about how you blend it and how you create it.
Right.
You know, your teacher's gonna say, no, that's wrong. That's not classical. That's not in the minor harmonic scale. But I've seen people hit the wrong note and it comes out great. So it's really about your own creativity. That's how I feel about it.
What do you? So would you rather just make a lot of beats and let the rappers pick, or would you rather have input on the type of beat they want?
I'd rather have input, but that's not always how it works. So I just make a lot of beats and send them out.
It's different. Like making a beat is one part of producing, but constructing the song, you know what I'm saying? Like, say you do have that avenue, you do have an opportunity to sit down with your artists. You kind of know their background, you know what they want to do. How much of it are you quarterbacking, or are you sticking to the musicianship part of it?
I'm pretty much quarterback the whole thing if I'm working one-on-one with you. But some people we work over email or whatever. I don't really have too much to say. I'll give my advice about it, and it's up to them if they want to take it. But I definitely at this point, learning from Jazzy, I'm trying to quarterback the whole thing from conception all the way to the release.
You know, it's crazy. And I always thought that, like, back in the day, it was like the producer, the engineer, everybody in the studio. And now everybody's sending shit, you know, online. How do you feel? Do you like rather being in the studio with everybody, or do you like doing your own shit by yourself? Have them just sitting in their verses and everything.
I like being in the studio, but when the pandemic hit and everything was closed down and stuff, we really had to get online and FaceTime and stuff like that. So that kind of opened up another avenue where you can just do things over FaceTime and so it's a little bit of both. But I would rather be in the studio. You can capture that energy in the moment. It's better to be in person
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
that's what I was thinking. Like, I just felt like there'd be more energy because you almost can change the beat up. Like, if you hear something there flow, you be like, let me just add something real quick. Let me just add this piece because their energy's up because y'all together compared to them just doing it, just sending it to you.
So, yeah, I will say this: like younger producers, get out. Don't be afraid to get out there and get in these studios because it's going to make a difference when the artist can see you and actually be in the room with you and hear you playing beats. Because they could change their mind in an instance. But right there, they're like, "Oh, what you playing? Let me get that right now." You don't be afraid to get in them studios and show your face. That's really what it's about. Because you can miss opportunities like that.
So now we in a time of, not so much like album construction. What was your last favorite recording project, like start to finish? What was the last great album that you heard sonically?
Like album start to finish. I like that the Roddy Ricch, not the last one he did, but before that, I like how they actually made it a full album. They blended the songs together because back in the day, the intro and then it would lead into the next song, and every song had a purpose in the order it was supposed to go in the arrangement of the entire album. So I like that Roddy Ricch, the one with the box on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I just feel like, do you think we can get that quality of music back, or do you think it's just all gonna be kind of like a factory assembly line of music making?
No, I don't think so. I think it's coming back to the old school. Like look at Silk Sonic. They're one of the biggest groups right now, and they just taking it to that old formula. So I really like a lot like what they're doing. And I think it's really coming back. People love real music. If it gets too robotic too much, you might have a hot run, but it's gonna get too oversaturated. It's gonna get too processed. People are gonna get tired of that. We need real music. We always gonna need real music.
Which is crazy because the first time I heard your beats, I think I had already followed you on Instagram, and I think one of the first comments I told you was, "Damn, well, you got real strings being played in your beats. Like, you got real strings, like, sound." So is that what caught Jazzy and other people that pick your beats? Is it the strings that caught their attention that you're playing those?
It's part of it. It's part of it. A lot like it's 50-50. Most of my clients, they don't even want to hear that. They're like, we want trap stuff. Then you putting too much melodies. Keep it simple. We want trap. So it goes 50-50. But Jazzy, yeah, he heard one of my beats. I think it was piano or something, and he ended up DMing me, and I hit him back, and he FaceTimed me that day, and I was like, what's up, man? And so we've been rocking ever since. He's like, man, I love your sound selection. He's like, you really got something going on, and we've been rocking heavy ever since.
How did that?
It's all about your relationships.
How's that moment though? Because like when you open up your DM and this ain't fake Jazzy Fade. This ain't nobody trying to play with you. Like
TK Kirkland.
You know what I'm saying? Like what that feel like?
No, I swear I thought it was fake. I'm like, I was telling my girl, I'm like, I said Jazzy Fade just DM me. She's like, a word? I'm like, hold on, this can't be him. I just ain't paying no mind. Then he FaceTime me. He said, what's your number? So I gave him my number. He FaceTime me. He's like, yo, what's up, old boy? Ladies and gentlemen.
Ain't no mistaking that.
Yeah, I was a little starstruck, but man, he a real down to earth dude, and he just say, "Hey man, I love your stuff. I checked you out." He's like, "I like your sound selection. Everything sounds great." He's like, "Send us some music, man. Let's see what we can do." And I sent him about 5 beats, and then he hit me back in the studio with some artists. They was record on them, and we've been rocking every day ever since then. And that was about going a little bit over 2 years now.
What's the first thing he taught you or you learned from him?
There's so many things I've been learning, man. First of all, it's quality over quantity. I was making 10 beats a day, but maybe like three or four might have been hits. He's like, nah, this is great, but listen, it's all about your quality. I'd rather you spend all day on one hit than a whole week and send me 100 beats.
Okay.
Yeah. All you need is that one hit.
Absolutely. That's great advice.
So what about going back to the melody? Like I said, I just love that part. Is that something that he think is your niche? Is the melody part? I know you say everybody wants trap, but does he feel like your melodies is the niche of your beats?
It probably is because I can play anything I hear by ear. So he'll call me and sing a melody, and I'll be able to play it right then and there, and we can get it done like that.
Oh, that's ridiculous right there. You changed the game with that. I mean, I know there's other people out there probably that can do that, but I just feel like that make you more versatile if you can just.
Oh yeah, every great team has a guy on that team that can definitely do that. If I could do it, everybody gotta have one person on that team that, hey, you can hear that? Can you replay that? Okay, yeah, boom, boom, boom. Drop that real quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I didn't know, like when I watched the thing on Stevie J. And he was talking about the big album and all that, and how they went, they went somewhere down south, I forgot. And they were doing beats, but how he was talking about how he played by ear and all that. And that's what gave him longevity in the game. Because he can adapt to anything.
Well, he's one of the legendary producers.
Yeah, but I just thought he was.
People don't even know he's one of the legendary producers.
I didn't know that. Like I said, I wasn't too much into it. I just thought he was some corny ass dude that. Like
on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, because that's where I met him at. Like, so.
But that's
what beat he made. It's Bone and Biggie.
Yeah,
he made that one.
And that's the thing. That's why you didn't know him, because you got Diddy standing in front.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody think that Diddy. Everybody don't know that an executive producer is not necessarily a producer. You know. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Ideally, you got the connection to Jazzy. What would you want your goal or your business to be for your own standalone production company? Are you getting ready to take on some apprenticeships and
definitely
look at some of the younger guys that might have a different sound or a newer take on things?
Definitely. I'm always open. Hit me on Instagram. I'm definitely always open to that. I got a couple young guys I'm working with. You got the right attitude, and you're willing to work and be able to take criticism. And if you're really hungry and ready to put in that work, let's get it. Because it's a lot of producers. Anybody can get a loop, a melody loop, and a drum loop, and put it together and say they're producing. But what's really going to make you different is to make your own sound. Like, you can be inspired by other people, just make it your own. That's what I always tell people. Don't use all these loops and stuff, because you think that making something, but everybody done heard these loops before. That can get you. They're gonna hit pass. You don't think you send him a beat and hear the guitar Gunna loop.
Right.
He's like, man, I done heard this 100 times. I don't want to hear that. I need to hear something different.
So what do you look for in the people you want to work with? Other than that, is it somebody that wants to be hands-on with you? Is it somebody that just wants to stay in the studio? Is it somebody that all they want to do is just write? Like, what is hungry to you?
Hungry is willing to do whatever it takes to in this day and age, which is the digital age. You need to put your face out there. You need content. If you're just posting a link every day, that's cool, but people gonna get tired of that. We need visuals. We need content. We need to see your face. You need to go live and get your brand, because you are your brand. So whatever it is you got to do, make your own brand, and you got to be consistent. That's the key word. You can't just post a beat 1 week and the next week go silent and then post another one. You got to stay consistent. Pick a day. Let's say I drop every Monday. I'm going to make a beat every week. I'm going to drop it on Monday, and do that for a whole year. That's consistency.
Okay. Putting in the man hours.
Yeah, definitely that.
And you educate some people. I hope
you take it.
Hopefully, I'm about to say, hopefully we ain't boring them too much about all this technical stuff, but yeah.
I mean, that's part of it, though.
that's where this show that's where this show is really about, though, because we see the future coming up, and a lot of these young kids, they stuck on the music and not on the business. You feel me? So we use this show to try to balance that shit out. Like, you not just gonna all of a sudden, you can't all of a sudden be famous. Don't get it twisted. We live in that age, but how do you maintain that fame? How do you parlay that fame into, you know what I'm saying, your next step? So that's what this is about. So nobody
How
should
do you
be bored.
monetize it?
And how do you monetize it at the end of the day?
So how do you keep your beats fresh?
Man, like I just stated, I like to get inspired. Like I get up early in the morning, and when I gotta take a long drive, and I'm just listening to different things. I try to listen to stuff that not just the hip hop stuff. I listen to every type of music I can listen to: pop, country, stuff from all around the world. And I take little things, and I get inspired by sound. And when I come home, I turn on my laptop and I start cooking. Like, and I take some of that stuff that I was inspired by and try to incorporate that in my beats every day.
I don't know. One of y'all about to
Send
be
them
on
out. Like you
cops.
said, it's not just about making the music; it's about the
One of
business.
y'all about to be on cops because I ain't hear nothing but sirens coming through there.
Don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Now, so as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, gaining that inspiration, like, how do you feel about like Afrobeat is huge right now on the international front? Like, do you have things that you're trying to move into that genre right now?
Oh yeah, we already got some stuff in the works. We already got some stuff that's getting ready to come out. I definitely love Afrobeat. It's one of my favorite. My girl actually put me on to Afrobeat, and I was like really inspired by it, and I did like a good bit of stuff. But I'm trying to find out the right artist, because it's kind of all fusing together. R&B is a little bit of hip hop, and with the Afrobeat, it's all fusing together right now. So
Yeah,
I'm
we
really
need to
happy
go back
about
to
that.
the old. We need to go back to the old R&B. I say it damn near every episode, man. We need that old R&B back, man. Like it got to balance out the adrenaline and everything else. Like we just need that. We need that get lost in the music. Like people get lost in music, but it's like rap music. I'm talking about that get lost in the music. Like Marcus said, some baby face or some shit. Like you just need to be
Yeah.
lost in the music. But I guess people don't want to hear that shit no more.
Well, no, that's not true, because we just brought up Silk Sonic. So that's my question. In a time where everything is bandwagon, why do you feel like nobody's jumping in that lane with Anderson .Paak and Bruno?
Oh, because people are kind of stuck in their ways. Like once they think something's hot, it's kind of hard to change their mind, and they just keep doing the same thing. But I'm like, if the same thing is not working, don't be afraid to try something different.
Absolutely.
I get that every day. They're like, Dempsey, I need trap beats. I need trap beats. What does that even mean at this point? Like that could be anything. There's so many trappers done transcended so many evolutions. Like, what does that even mean? I'm like, can you be a little bit more specific?
I think they want you to make the song. Like if they come to you and say they need a trap beat, that's not fusing the music and the lyrics together. You're trying to force something. So it may come out, but it's probably not going to come out right. Because just because it appeals to you, it's not appealing to the masses because it feels like you're forcing it. Like I think 50 did it on, I forgot what album. I think it was after his second one. He was like, he wasn't taking no known producers. He was just taking beats. He didn't know who the beats were. He didn't know who produced or nothing, and he was just picking his beats like that. I think the randomness of that is better than me coming to you and saying, Dempsey, I need a trap beat. I can understand doing it one time on a track of 12, but every time on a track of 12 and 10 of them are, I need this type of beat. I just don't think you're fusing the lyrics and the beat together. You're forcing it.
I don't know if you're forcing it
I agree.
or you taking the easy way out.
Well,
like, and it's not to say that there are talented rappers that rap on trap beats, but for the most part, trap is rah-rah. Like And we've had examples like Outkast might have 15 songs. 4 of them got trap beats, and the other you got 3 rock and roll shits. You got 3, you know what I'm saying? So how do we breathe creativity into what hip hop is now?
Don't be afraid to do something different.
This is true.
Everybody think the key to get on is to try to sound like somebody else, and that's really not the case.
Right.
The key is to sound like yourself and be different and be unique. Just be unique. You can take different bits from everything, blend it together, but be unique and make it your own sound. Because it's always the music has been changing. We've seen it over the years. Like when hip hop first started, we've seen it like transcend so many different things. The sound that's out right now, in the next 2 years, it's not going to be the sound. So if you're already trying to copy them, you're already behind because it's about to change.
Too late.
Yeah.
You heard Paul Wall new joint? He got a song. It's him, Terminology on a Pete Rock beat. And he took it back. He took it back to the early 90s. It's something about car. Look at my car, something like that. That shit is crazy.
Gotta check that out. Yeah, I seen it. He was on a podcast recently.
It's like, and I think that's the sad part. Like the people that are taking chances with music are the people that have already solidified their spot. Like they've been doing it for so many years that they're not afraid to do anything. I just remember a time, and I don't want to age nobody out. I don't have no problem aging me out. But like the Wu-Tang didn't sound like anything but Wu-Tang. You feel me? And they were still successful. And Rakim sounded like Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like there's so much room for creativity, and we're being creative in a lot of spaces, you know what I'm saying, as far as podcasting and, you know, people doing reels and shit, but I don't think it's translating to the music.
I can see that.
I think go back to, like y'all said, they getting lazy. Like, I was just, the other day, I was in Nite by Nature. Their shit was kind of aggressive, but it was still kind of feel good. It had a melody. So I feel like y'all said, I think that was a valid point. People get lazy, like they want this type of beat to get on because it's the easiest way. They rather catch you by your ear first than by your lyrics.
I agree.
That's what's up.
No, that's dope. That comment, need more CeeLo Green than the baby, Little Baby, and all the other babies out there.
Well, that's the thing. Lil Baby is a dope rapper, and I would just like to see him in a different space. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a dope rapper. The Baby is a dope rapper.
So, and that was the other thing they used to do back in the day that they don't do too much now. Just crossing over. So, let's say Little Baby does a track with Black Thought. You think he can hang?
Lil Baby?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, people ain't crossing over no more. They not crossing over until 10 years down their career instead of doing it early. Like back in the day, people used to do it early.
Right. I feel like a lot of differences right now is where we respected our elders. We went back and, you know, you got breakbeat. And you find out that shit is James Brown. So you immerse yourself in James Brown, you know what I'm saying, to find out what breakbeat is. I don't feel like a lot of these young kids care to go back enough. And that's why they're not giving themselves a full chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they respect the history as much.
I would say that for some, yeah. I agree with that. Not all though, but yeah. Like I'm a student of the game. But I can see that for sure. Like, yeah. You know, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Like people that paved the way, so
ain't nobody saying kiss their ass or nothing. Like who was that? Young Thug had the thing with was it Pac or Biggie that he said he wasn't familiar with?
Biggie. I think it was Biggie.
It's not to say you got to go back and be like, oh yeah, he was the best of all time. That wasn't for you. That wasn't in your time. But you should know who he is. I
think Lil Yachty was about Nas. I think he did one. It was about like he didn't listen to Nas or somebody like that.
I remember. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, But they ended up going back and saying they were sorry.
So how do you feel about people saying I got 16 right now compared to people saying I got 16 back in the day?
I'll be like 16. Most of the time, it's 12 nowadays.
I'm about to say 16 is the whole song. That's
16 a little. That's a little long, isn't it?
yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. So how you feel about that?
It depends on who it is. There's a lot of dope artists. Like people can still really rap. You just gotta find the right ones. I don't like all the cookie cutter stuff, but I've been like really hearing a lot of dope stuff. So I keep getting inspired. So as long as you coming with the heat, I'm willing to listen. I got time. You got your 16 ready right now?
I don't.
Anybody in the chat? Hit me on the gram. Send me your music. I'm willing to check it out. I'll give you an honest critique, honest opinion.
That's what we need.
Yeah, that's dopey right there. That's so, real dopey.
Of the new kids that are out there now, like a Corday, like how you feel about who are some of the new cats that you feel like you would be chomping at the bit to get in the studio with?
That's a good question. Yeah,
or Corday, even locally.
Corday is dope. Corday is hella dope.
Yeah, for sure.
We got some real dope local cats. I fuck with Long Money Phil.
Okay.
Out of Charleston and West Ashley. So many to name. In Columbia, man, we got so much dope talent. That's y'all based out of Columbia, right?
Absolutely. Oh
yeah, Columbia, man, got so much dope talent, man. Smoke Gambino, Tick,
right?
Fella G. There's so many good artists that I met out there. Columbia got a good help from some rappers. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
I meant to ask you, and I don't mean to backtrack. It's something I saw in your bio, and I think Big Crit said it. You said you made the beats on the PS5?
Oh yeah, on the PS2.
PS2.
Yeah,
and I think MTV. Yeah, I think Crit told the same story. That's how he learned to make a beat.
Yeah, man, I came across that game. That's what changed the game for me. And a lot of people, I think Carlo Got Wings started on that too.
Yeah, I didn't mean to backtrack, but that slipped my mind. And
I
wanted to make sure I touched base with that.
Yeah, that's what really got me producing. It was a game called MTV Music Generator. A lot of my young producers, probably on age with me, probably know about it. And it was basically just like you could make your own melodies and drums and everything and export it out to Wave. But we had to burn it on a CD. But yeah, that's how I really, really first got started making beats.
So do you when you make your beats, is it to be heard like an album or is it to be heard like a song?
When I make my beats, it's each one is its own standalone. But if I'm doing a whole project, like I like to have a theme, like a musical theme. That goes back to like when you're saying being a music director and everything. Everything kind of has a theme from start to finish, and it's like telling a story. You start here, you go up, you go down, and you go in the middle, and then you come out, and there's an ending. And that's basically what music is. You're telling a story, but with sound.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're about to go on this thing called Time Capsule. And I'll let my brother direct this time capsule.
Let's do it. I'm just getting warmed up.
Okay, well, shit. The time capsule is, I guess, in the vein of the old like Clue mixtapes when producers used to produce an album, right? I want you to give me 5 surefire artists that you would want to base an album around.
From back in the day.
You get to conceptualize your album. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's R&B, whether you want to do everything. You want to put some R&B on there, some gospel, some hip hop, some trap, some Afrobeat. Who would you give me 5 artists that you would want to construct the album out? Old school, new school, heard of, unheard of.
Alive or dead or alive?
Anybody. Whoever you want to name.
5. I'm just going off the top. We need Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Quincy Jones. Kanye West. And then I got 2 more. Who gonna rap? Oh man, we need Andre 3000,
Okay.
3 stacks. And I got one more. Let me see. And Tupac. Boom. We got a masterpiece.
I feel like that's bringing R&B back. I feel like that
You know what I'm saying?
that was Voltron right there, almost. Like I feel like that's something that could bring R&B back.
Yes,
Carolina,
sir.
you got same question because you want to put together the best album you can put together. You got 5 artists. Who you want?
Kels, and Kels. I do. I got to put R. Kelly on there. I got to. Like people talk that shit. You got to put Kels on it.
Musically, indeed.
Musically, you got to put Kels on it. And all these people on one album.
You conceptualizing the album,
Yeah,
start to finish.
I put because, and I was listening to something today. Ja Rule ruled it for like 5-6 years, and he rapped on a lot of different melodies. I put Ja Rule on there. Every day I get off from work, Kenny G. I listen to Kenny G every day.
Hey, that made me fire.
I listen to Kenny G every day. I've always been a T.I. fan. I feel like T.I. can rap on any beat. He's rapped on just about every beat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And my fifth one, just because I feel like Charlie Wilson done sung on every type of beat.
That's fair.
That's hard.
That's fair.
Kenny G and Charlie Wilson and Ja Rule.
Yeah, I just feel like people slept on.
I don't know what this gonna sound like, but it's probably gonna sound good. I'm trying to put it in my head, and I can dig it. I can dig it.
Bro, John rapped on every beat back in the day, though.
I'm gonna go Carlos Santana. I've been on some Santana shit lately.
Oh.
I would go Carlos Santana. I would bring in Corday for the youngsters. You gotta have some New Jack, man. So I'm gonna go call Teddy. I'm gonna call Teddy Riley.
Okay.
The New Jack Swing.
The New Jack Swing I feel like New Jack Swing ushered in like Jordan made Kobe, the next Jordan 2.0. I feel like New Jack Swing was the next evolution of hip hop. So I got Carlos, Corday, Teddy Riley, Organized Noise. I don't know if that's a unit. I don't know who I got to get out of there.
That's a unit.
And then I would do something international. This weekend, we went to a little shindig, and they had a house DJ, bro, and he was mixing in like the Afro beats, and he was putting fucking Luther Vandross ballads over the fucking house shit, and it was going crazy. So just for that international sound, I would definitely go with that group. You know what I'm saying?
So you put Pitbull or Flow Rider on there.
WizKid or something for the Afrobeat?
Definitely WizKid, or somebody. I'm not a fan of the drill music too much.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of the English drill music, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's good, and some of it I just can't follow. And maybe I'm not listening to the right shit. Who you fuck with the drill music?
Man, I've been tapping into that recently, and I've been fucking with a lot of people, man. I don't even want to get the names wrong, so I ain't gonna say no names, but I have been listening to a lot of music out from London area.
Okay.
I like a lot of stuff I'm hearing because they influencing they mixing like the drill nowadays. They mixing the drill beat with R&B and Afro beat melodies and stuff like that. It's all, like I said, it's all fused into one. So I like it when it's not too harsh. Like I like it when you got nice melodies on top like that.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. Bring the music back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's where we get we had enough of the trap. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say it like that because all of that shit go back to HBCU. So I want everybody to get their shine, but let's bring some musicianship and add it back to the trap. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, have you done a beat with like a live band, like an HBCU band?
Oh
Remember,
yeah, for sure.
Oh, you already got beats like that up?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I definitely have done that before. I used to be the music director, so I would go to different colleges, and their bands were so sick, and we would record the sections, and then I would go back and make beats around them. Like that's some of the best stuff I ever did with the choirs and the HBCUs and bass players, drummers. Man, like now that you say that, yeah, I gotta get back on that. Like, that's some fire stuff right there.
I mean, because Kanye is killing, because like the whole Sunday service shit, all that shit he did. I told my brother, and we talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't miss if there is a choir on your song. Because think about all the major hits that have had choirs attached to them and how good that shit sounded.
Chance the Rapper,
Right.
Lil Baby did one with Kurt Franklin.
Right.
Of course, Kanye West.
808s and Heartbreaks was full of them.
And your boy, Atlanta. The TV show Atlanta.
Yeah.
Gambino.
Yeah. Him. Outkast. I did Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
You know, I listened to Trick interview the other day, and he talked about it. I just think I love the live music part.
Right.
Okay.
Like when I hear the live music in the songs, like that just takes me away. Like, you know, sometimes you can tell if it's a generated sound, and sometimes you can't. But if I know it's a live instrument being played on that beat, I just feel like that shit just adds to it. And then when you add a choir to it, that shit is crazy.
I know. Right. What about what's his name? I know y'all rock with him. And this one is for the champions. What's the name? Old Town Road dude. He got that.
Nas.
Yeah, Lil Nas X.
I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't know that was him.
I don't listen to nothing he did.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I didn't know that was him in the first place. Yeah, he tried a little too hard with me. It wasn't a sexuality thing, and I ain't gonna get on that. When he dropped the little blood sneakers, that was just too much for me. You know what I'm saying? And that just might be being an old black man, and resting in my laurels. But why would you?
Right.
You want me to wear demon shoes, cuz? I'm straight.
And that's another thing. Artists are being recognized for shit they're doing outside the studio more than inside the studio.
Right. So this
isn't the blood shoes podcast.
Not for me, playing. Like, if you want to do that, that's cool, but I'm good with regular sneakers.
I'm just
yeah, he's right. He had a good point, because that's why they had to ban them bundles. People was giving away anything they could think of under the sun as the album, but they was like, yeah, that doesn't really count towards album sales,
Right.
Yeah, I think that takes out the people that are working hard for lyrics and everything else when you're giving them extra shit. So
I agree. That's why they banned it. So if you do, you can't do that no more. It doesn't count towards your record sales if you do that.
Going into the last call, man. This hour went by super quick. You know what I'm saying? So this last call is for you, Dempsey. Shout out to people, man. Again, let them know where they can find you, where they can send those 16s or 8.5s to. You know what I'm saying?
Send your music to DempseyExclusive@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram to keep up with me. It's at Dempsey On The Beat. If you want to hear new music, follow my SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/Dempsey On The Beat.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to tell the people, motivational or anything like that?
Motivational. Stay in school, kids.
Okay.
And make sure you tune in to the Bottom of the Bottle podcast.
Oh man,
this
he
was
hit all the
episode
syllables.
100. Keep it 100. We always gonna keep it 100.
Yeah,
Show.
he should have said relaxful, as I say, relaxful.
Oh no, man, come on.
Yeah, that's a
There you
lot.
go. See?
Come on.
That's the name of the album, cuz. That's the name of the next album.
Yeah. So, hey, listen, we're now taking submissions for the Relaxful album. You know what I'm saying? Executive produced by Dempsey on the Beat. Let's get it.
Absolutely, indeed. Carolina, cuz, what you gonna tell the people on the way out?
Man, I love doing this shit, especially for nights like this. Like, hey man, you gave, and I put it like we're gonna have some drinks, we're gonna have some laughs, and you're gonna get some knowledge. I think you put out a lot of knowledge. So basically, we got to have you come back, and we'll just talk about some random shit just to have some more fun. But I just think you put out a lot of knowledge.
Hey, anytime y'all want me, bro, I'm coming.
Yeah, we have you back.
Anytime. Next time I'm gonna bring Uncle Jack.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, and we do random topics where you ain't got to go into your forte. If you want, we can. But I really appreciate you. You've been A1 ever since the first time I contacted you. And I got nothing but respect for you. I got nothing but respect for your craft, for your knowledge, for your history of getting to where you are now. I got nothing but respect for you. I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate the networking. I keep sharing your shit. I've been sharing your shit before you even got on this show. So I'm gonna keep sharing your shit, man. I appreciate what you're doing.
Absolutely,
Thank you, man. That goes both ways for both of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. It's been a blast.
Absolutely, man. Look, we try to keep it light, man. It's just a conversation. And like I said, we're trying to find a way to bridge gaps between young and old, bridge gaps between so-called haters and so-called doers. You know what I'm saying? It's enough room for everybody out here, man. So, again, for my last call, that's what I always say.
Right.
We can do more together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't your enemy. Reach out, touch somebody, teach somebody, love on somebody, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's what it is, man. I want y'all to like, share, subscribe. This is the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. I can't thank Dempsey on the Beat enough for being here. And hey, we appreciate y'all, man. We see y'all next time.
Dempsey on the Beat, man.
Okay.
Hey.